Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you all. It's that time of the week again. It's a stream. Final checks. Be with you shortly.
You have been granted passage among our stars.
This is a sacred service. Join our fleet's torchbearers.
It is the human who defiles our pilgrimage.
No one has ever ventured this far.
If the ancients turned their eye back to us, well, what could a beetle do against a hurricane?
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Are you about to do something unwise? Absolutely.
What have you done to me?
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. Hello. Thanks for joining us. It's 2 weeks since our last stream. Don't they go quick? Don't these 2 weeks just disappear? Anyway, welcome back. Another stream. Another session of me probably dying. But what have we got for you this evening? Well, one or two things. We're going to be carrying on, obviously, with my hard playthrough. Hard to watch and hard to play through. So we're going to be doing that for a little while. We've also got some nice little 4K Rift builds that you folks have been sending in on the Discord. I called, you answered, and we've got some wonderful ones to show you. I've got a couple. I'm going to try them out live. Telling you now, one might go well, one might not go so well, but we're going to give it a try anyway. And then our staple will be, obviously, for the community screenshots and the RFG Top Pick. We have some doozies again, absolute doozies. It's been a tough one this week. You guys knocked it out of the park. Because ever since we launched Wrath of the Ancients, there's been a wonderful plethora of those screenshots coming in over Discord, socials, Steam, wherever I found them. So who is the RFG Top Pick this week? We'll have to find out, won't we? Yeah, yes, indeed. I'm flying solo pretty much tonight. Michael might be joining us in a little bit, but Lee is on a bit of a break, a bit of a vacation. So if you do have any questions, I'll try and answer them as they appear in the chats. So, yeah, do bear with me if I do miss anything, and then we can try and grab them as they filter through. So, yes, shall we dive into our hard playthrough? Now, I've got a choice here. when we get loaded in, we have a choice. We are docked. And we need to maybe choose a new ship. So this is going to be interesting. What are we going to choose? We've been flying the Striker around a little bit with the god-awful paint colour, which was Lee's choice. I'm definitely not taking... That burns your eyeballs, doesn't it? That colour. Woo! That's an interesting colour. Oh, yes. Right, anyway, let's have a look at the ship dealer. So we are flying currently a 3+, a Striker. So we may look at switching. Possibly we've got the Scout. We've got the Sentinel. Yeah, Florey's just like, Lee's not here. Michael's coming later on. Can I tell you anything? No. So we got the Sentinel, we've got an Interceptor, and we've got a Bomber and a Vindy. I don't know what people are thinking. I mean, I do like the Sentinel. It's very run-of-the-mill. Obviously, it's the starter ship. But, yeah, we're Interceptor. Yeah, you see, I'm not always a fan, The Bomber. I don't think we played the Bomber. We played the gunship, didn't we? But not trying. Anyway, if there's anything that shouts out to you, do let me know in the chat. I want to know what you think I should fly. Vindicator's okay. I mean, it's a beast. It's a beast of a ship. So is there anything there? I think in terms of the stream, I saw little Vindicator. That is very true. I don't actually normally play that. Out of the kind of any of the big boys that I've played, it has been predominantly gunship, Sentinel, Striker, and possibly Bomber as well. But yeah, we haven't seen much on the Vindicator. Again, it's not one that I normally play. If I'm honest, it isn't. Oh, and the Interceptor. Florey's like, give me more Interceptor. I mean, there's a possibility there. Weapon overdrive. So maybe. Let's see. If we trade it in. Lenny, thank you very much. Crew's got you back. Exactly. So, do we try the Vindy? Now, the good thing, and I'm sure you're all very aware that the cost you can see just above my head up here, up there. I'm trying to work out, there it was, right up there. If I trade this in, because it's virtually identical price, it doesn't cost you to swap ships around. It's something that we're very mindful of. So maybe I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to purchase that. We're going to buy and sell. It's going to cost us 320 credits. There we go. We're going Vindy. Shevchenko over on YouTube. Greens Gary, thanks for the Union Hub puzzle help. Yeah. Some people do get caught out with the puzzles. We know they're not for everybody. However,
this baby for a while.
Sometimes it's good to have a little look around and, you know, keep searching. We do tuck things away. Really tuck them away somewhere. Let's have a look at the customization. Obviously, that's the Kickstarter. That's the Alienware. That does look nice, doesn't it? That does look nice on the Alienware one. Any other custom ones? That's the glowy one. Oh, look, we can bring that one back. I think we might avoid that one this time, because that's definitely impressive. No, people are like, no, don't, no. The green is awful. Right, tell you what then. Let's have a look at the paint job, shall we? Right. How you doing, Bearded Frog? Linny over on Twitch. I want you to pick a number between 1 and 10. Just 1 and 10. So Linny over on Twitch. The Bearded Frog's like, do not bring that green thing back. Do not bring that thing back. It's almost like people don't really want it. 6. Right, okay. This one's on Linny then. I'm going to press the random colour button 6 times, or whatever colours we get. It's not my fault. See, I'm passing the buck here. So, anyway, that's 1. Dear. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. 5. Ooh, that's not too bad. And this one is... Ooh, God. You'll see that in a fog, wouldn't you? There we go. There we go. That's Lenny's choice of turquoise and blues and yeah, Royal Navy, Celestial Flare. Yeah, it could be worse. Indeed, indeed. So yeah, I cannot be held responsible. Not at all. That's the only reason I do it, is so that I don't get blamed. Right, though. So yeah, that's Lenny's taking full responsibility. I like that because it means that I don't. So yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Interesting. Right. Anyway, yeah. So that we're going to fly this for a little while. So yeah, we've got the Vindy. Let's go back. Right. Let's crack on with some missions, shall we? We are level 22 and 2/3, something like that. We've got Relic Hunt there, which is into. Oh yes, that was the start of our journey into Okar territory, which was nice. We've got Gang Wars. Dock at the Coalition HQ in Letho. Rips in Space. Okay, we've got to collect and do all those as well. I'm glad people are thinking that the colour scheme of the ship is not too shabby. I generally think it's just because it's not that god-awful other colour, to be fair, but, you know. Maybe that's kind of flavouring your opinion a little. So, right, what should we do on the mission-wise? Gang Wars? Should we go to Letho? I think we should do that. Let's go do that. So we're going to there. Okay. Right, let's get out of here then. Nah, the modules are fine. Modules are fine, he says. Absolutely not. Right, off we go. Anyway, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all tickety-boo. I hope you're all fabulous, whatever you've been doing this week. Yeah, we're still chugging along. Right, Drake Passage. Off we go. So yeah, we're going to be focusing on some 4K Rift builds later on. So yes, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, I am going to die with definitely one build that I'm going to try. I've been practicing with these builds. I like to take a look at them. I like to see how they are played. So the people that have sent them in, I thank you massively for giving me your play style as well, because I've tried to look at it how you would play it. I'm not going to say I'm going to replicate that, because you'll actually be good at it. But one is going to be a mess. The other one, I think I've got a bit of a chance. A bit of a chance. Yeah, I think our death count is. I'll have to check actually. Let me just check. I've got the document at hand, so I can just double check that once we get logged into here. Right, there we go. Let's just hit the pause. Let me just check. Our death count is 19 up to now, so we are up to 90. Good evening, everybody over on YouTube as well. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Hello, Alex. Right. I mean, it's not looking too shabby, is it? I mean, it's a little bit... Oh, hello. Let's go around. Let's go around. Boop. Okay. We go right round, aren't we? We just put us in a weird direction. Hang on. Anybody find the door? The door's moved. There we go. Whoop. Hello. Yeah, we came all the way around there, didn't we? Hey, hey, yep. Screw me. No shooting at me, that's not allowed. Alex, I'm very well, thank you very much. Very well. Always good to be back with doing the streams and all the preparation and work for that. It's always intriguing to find out how it goes. Bearded Frog's like, ooh, yeah, we're nearly all at one time. Now, to be fair, I have been doing the rifts, which you wouldn't normally do. Well, you could, but you wouldn't normally be doing that in a leveling experience. So there is some there that have maybe go boom boom a little bit early. So anyway, right, let's go over there, over there. Ba-da-bum-bum. There we go. Off we go. Right, let's go. Let's go. So if you do have any questions, please throw them into the chat. I'm going to try and keep up with them as they come through. Like I said, Lee's not with us this week. He's taking some well-earned vacation time over the weekend, but we might be joined by Michael later on if he can drop in. So otherwise, it's just you and me, folks. Which is not a bad thing, is it? Not a bad thing. Right. Here we are. Undiscovered site. How is Nightbot doing? He's doing all right. He's doing all right. It's good to see him. It's good to see him.
This guy picked a hell of a place to hide out. Hell being the operative word. If there's someone calling himself Ghost in the area, could you please open a channel? Val and Pango sent me. I'd like to discuss some trade. No answer. Could this really be the right place? I mean, who would stay here?
There is the faintest signal of a life form below the surface. I cannot locate the exact position, but allow me to point you in the general direction.
In the general direction.
Let's check it out.
Cool. Now, this is such an amazing place, is it not? Is it not? I mean, look at that. Did I ever mention that we've got a screenshot simulator built into the game? How cool is that? Alex, there's a little question from Alex over on YouTube. I'll just put it out there for everyone. He's just wondering what's coming next for the game, and are you considering co-op in this or the next project? Pretty much as Frog has kind of answered it there. We're kind of at the point now at the end of development for EVERSPACE 2. We are monitoring for bugs, but we've got no more patches planned. Okay, I say planned. If something was to come up that was quite nefarious or problematic that instantaneously needed us to dive on it, then we would. However, touch wood, we've been okay in that. But please do keep piling those reports in, whether you're on Steam, whether you're on Discord. I'm still collating anything that comes up and I'm putting it to the team. With regards co-op, no, there definitely isn't going to be anything coming for EVERSPACE 2 in terms of new features or content or anything like that, as I've just said. And as regards the next project, we've got absolutely nothing to say on that at this time. Now, the reason for that is that if we start saying anything about any future projects, people will be like, oh, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? When are you doing this? When are you doing that? And then you're kind of fighting fire there a little bit. So once we have news, and we'll keep repeating this, we'll be telling you. We will definitely be telling you. We want you to hear these things, you know, when we're ready. But for the time being, there's going to be no news, and there probably won't be news for quite a while. Okay, so things do take time. So if you don't hear anything new in the world of, you know, what's happening for Rockfish Games, there is a reason. But once we're ready, you will all find out. But just patience. Game development takes a long time. Right, let's head over here and see if we can... Hello. What we got down here? There's a box. In a shipwreck. Hello. Hit the brakes. Search. What we got? Charge compass. Rubbish. Nice tube there. Nice tube. Right, let's go back to where we were. Getting distracted. Getting distracted. We get this container.
A direct monetary reward for your endeavors.
Yeah, obviously. What am I actually rocking anyway at the moment in terms of weapons? So we've got the powerful Nova Flak, didn't we? And we've got the calibrated Synco Pulse. There we go. Oh, like that. Flory says, should I put my fishing rod in storage for a while? Yes, definitely. Yeah, I know you're kind of fishing for news, but yeah, I'll definitely, as soon as we can say anything, we will be letting everyone know. But like I say, it's going to be a while. Hello.
Hey, what's going on here? I just came to talk. Stop this immediately if you care about your turrets. All right, you leave me no choice.
Wow.
Have it your way. Look, if you're even listening, I'm not here to fight. Pango sent me. I need the mainframe disruptor you bought from him. It's
Indeed.
important.
One can only assume from
The Arc 9000
lack of response,
fishing game.
not least the name of this individual you seek, that he does not wish to communicate.
It does not
But it
wish
is
to
also
communicate.
probable that he is not even here, and the life sign I am registering is a native species. There is
Indeed.
movement of a life sign. Caution advised.
Excellent, excellent. Frogs. A bit disappointed that there's no fishing minigame with the Arc 9000. It's the biggest letdown of EVERSPACE 2. To be honest, we'll take that as a win, because if that is all that people are let down by in EVERSPACE 2, we'll call that a win. I know that reference there, Flory. I know that reference indeed. What we got here? You're right. Okay, we'll take the freebies. Right, over here. Investigate the life sign. Hello. Let's construct another drone, thank you. Construct another drone. See, I'm remembering to do these things. Lenny, you're so kind, you're so kind. Yep, we'll, like I said, once we have news and everything, then we will be shouting it from the rooftops.
Stop this.
Absolutely.
In the balance. Please, take my word for it. I need that device to stop a war from breaking out.
The life sign has moved again.
Let's see if we can coax him out of his hole.
Okay. So we can coax him out of his hole, eh?
Why is it that every time I need to get someone on my side, I have to go through some rigmarole?
It is the universe's way of reminding you that you bring nothing but trouble.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks very much. Right, okay. Now, I am getting rid of these because I don't know if it's going to be me or my drones that are going to set them off, and I don't want it to be me. That would be very dangerous. So I'm just being very mindful. Okay. Okay, you want to do that, do you? You don't want to do that. That's not very nice. I mean, I could have used a flak. That might be better. Alright. I know I've got to come back again because of these. One over that side. Like I say, I'm just clearing. Oop, hello. Done. Wow. I'm just trying to make it easy for myself when I come back through. And there's no rush. Absolutely no rush. So people don't have to stress about it. Just take your time. Just like I'm doing. Because I'm a terrible shot apparently. Which is never good. Right. You go. What about you? You go. Thank you. Go down. Ooh, hello. Someone really doesn't want to be found, do they? Really don't want to be found. Yeah. Thank you. You're down there. Thank you. Any more? Yep, there's one up there. Let's get out of the way. Disarming them the proper way. It is. But ooh, hello. As long as it's done, does it really matter? That's the thing. Does it really matter? Now we see what Froggy's just talking about is doing that with them there. So just disarming that one. But yeah, we will disarm them just because we can. Sneak up behind them because I'll probably forget on the way back. And that would be a silly thing to do, wouldn't it? There we go. Alright. There we go. Right. Let's go get the core. Core. There we go. Unstable power core. Because that thing will blow you up if you sneeze. So I definitely didn't want to do that. And I don't want to get barbecued either. That's not a good idea. Coming through. There we go. Boop. And doink. Out we go. Job's good. Okay, we've got the shipwreck over there as well. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. Let's check the shipwreck out, because you never know what you might find. Okay, culvert, super gel, and other stuff. Power core. Okay. We'll search the other ship as well. Ooh. Reactive. Okay, that's part of the autonomous. There we go. Let's grab that. Don't normally do the puzzles, but this one is just right in front of me, so I'm going to take it. Big ships, small gaps, don't always work, but there you go. Hey, hey. Okay, protector sphere, yeah, okay. And something else, something else, something else. Okay, see, that's going to be quite handy for something, I'm sure, but we'll see. We shall see. Right, let's carry on round. Not going to get too low because that gets a bit toasty down there. Toasty, toasty. Still a great place, this. Come and visit. Oh, hello. Let's go. There we go. More drone wreckage. Good. That went well. Benji Fiji says that's why I run a striker with twin surge boosters in and out before I know I'm dead. Very good tactic. Very good tactic. Don't get called out for doing cheating just because I didn't just dash in and blow things up.
Okay, you need to back off. This is our bounty.
What?
Wait, no, I'm here on a friendly visit. Hang on, are we even talking about the same person? The deadbeat who calls himself Ghost. Who else would come out this far to dodge what he owes? Yeah, well, interesting story, but I'm gonna have to ask you to hold off until I've had a word with him first. A private matter.
You didn't leave these goons here, did you? Or should I thank you for the intervention? By the way, you being here gives me the time to get the jump on them.
Ah, so you're Ghost. I don't think I led these guys here, just bad timing. You and me really need a word.
There
I
we
heard
go.
you earlier. I got the disruptor, but to be honest, I don't know you from Adam. Who are you anyway?
I'm a guy on a very important mission.
Also called Adam.
Guy, you want to talk? You help me get out of this alive.
There's quite a lot of these jerks. You must owe a fortune to warrant such a mob.
My unlucky shake of the tables was no accident. Or manufactured. I was set up, is what I'm saying. The cars were manipulated.
Yeah, I know what.
Just keep them
I'm
busy
just
while I prepare
done
my
messing
grand
around.
entrance.
They're going phalanx mode. Okay. Here we go.
If we're to trust each other, you need to tell me your real name.
Actually, it really is Adam. Adam Rosslin.
Adam Rosler? I lost happily at poker to a guy with that name years back. But I saw him die.
Well, couldn't have been me then. But, I kind of have a complicated family tree.
He does indeed. Wow, he likes diving into the trenches there, doesn't he, that one? There we go.
Let's
Next!
test it out on these goons. Bring down their shields so I can disable their crafts.
Just bring down their shields?
Yep. Let me do the rest.
Okay. There we go, it's uploaded the
That's
malware.
way to do it.
Ooh, hello. His friends have just turned up as well. Wow.
Nice.
Right, that's two
Really
of them
got these guys
done.
on the run.
Just waiting on this one. I've got a little bit of time.
Now they've found me, I reckon this hiding spot is no longer viable.
Yeah, quite some path. How did you come by it in the first place?
Pre-war abandoned mines. Shame I won't be able to stay. Can't even
Well,
peek my head
a few
out
more
the
seconds.
DMZ,
Few
even with a
more
report
seconds.
on my scalp.
There we go.
Well, I'm sure something will turn up.
Beat all the remaining
You
ones.
seem like a resourceful guy to me.
Thanks, that's encouraging.
There we go. That was down. Apparently Hunter to shoot the last one. Yeah. Oh, he's got stuck. That's unfortunate for him, isn't it? He got absolutely pummeled there.
That was the last of them.
Can we
Nice.
dock and have that word now?
Seeing as you were a help, I should hear you out.
Indeed. Let me get the credits first. Right, let's grab the credits. Grab the credits. There we go. Whoosh. Energy sphere socket. Interesting. There we go. Could do with a better booster. I think I'm lacking a little bit. Right, into the hideout we go. Shield generator. Interesting. Right, let's get docked.
So I'll be needing that mainframe disruptor. I'm willing to pay.
No can do. This really isn't about the creds. With my hideout gone, it's the only ace I got left, so sorry. The device stays with me.
Pango tells me you were straight up with him in trade. Let me ask you a few things. Where do
Few
you
things.
stand with G&B?
Can't stand them.
You know of Oscar Blakemore?
An absolute maniac.
What if I was to tell you that he's about to trigger a conflict with the Okar, which will end up jeopardizing every colonial
That would
settler
be a
in the
bad
cluster?
idea.
Sounds like his MO, all right. At least the man I know from reputation.
Well, it's for that I need the disruptor. I intend to ground his mining fleet.
A bold move. Alone?
Well, maybe not. I got someone on the inside, but I could use any help I can get.
Need help that you can
seem
get.
like a competent person in possession of the tools I need. I could also offer you a place you could temporarily lay low.
It's a noble cause. I suppose it's one I could get behind. And I got nowhere else to go right now. Count me in.
Look, Ghost, is that your real name?
Quentin Briggs. But I really prefer Ghosts. It's how I operate.
Okay, Ghost. If I take a chance on you, I don't want to end up regretting it.
You won't.
Yeah, obviously.
But if you want this disruptor to work on larger mining craft, we'll need to find some way to reduce the cooldown between bursts. This thing needs specific tuning. Pango didn't get that far in development.
I got someone who can take a look at it. Let's meet at my base and I can introduce you to the others.
Hey, I can trust you, right?
I don't leave my people behind. Come on. I don't have time to lose.
There we go.
Hive, patch me through to the commissioner. I better
The
keep her
commissioner.
appraised. Hawk, I have a mainframe disruptor which might turn the tables in our favor. I've seen it in action.
So
and
there
it
you
does
go,
what it says on the
Shevchenko.
box, but it needs
Commissioner
some
Hawk
modifications to reduce
is
the
going to
time it
be
needs between
around.
uses.
That is positive news.
There she
I
is.
have received intel that the G&B elite squad are in the Byron system, quite far off, leaving Vesna with little more than automated defenses. So if there was ever a time to strike, now would be it.
Now would be it.
I wonder what the elites are doing so far from home. Okay, any idea on how to proceed?
There are a number of mining vessels on the surface. Once you disable them, Tammy can get you access to the interior hangars in order to destroy their Viridium drills and other mining equipment. I must demand that you prevent casualties. These are innocent miners.
Of course.
Yeah.
Understood.
Once you have knocked out their operational capacity, I will make my appearance and read the Riot Act.
That will be a moment to see.
Listen, Adam. I've spoken with the emissary and he is running out of options to quiet the drums of war in the Okar camp. I can't stress the urgency of our actions much more.
I get how critical all of this is. I won't let you down.
We see? There we go. Right, let's do a quick repair and a quick restock as well. Just checking any questions coming in. A bit of Frog would like to name the drones. Yeah. It just wasn't high up that priority list. Oh, yeah, Shevchenko, the cruiser that she does fly, yeah. It's a very nice ship, very nice ship. We didn't want to blow that one up, to be fair. Yeah. No. It's too good, too good, too good. Right. Let's head out of here, shall we? So, let's get
Delia,
out.
Ben, guys, I'm heading back to base with company. I'll be able to offer a full briefing once I'm there.
It would be about time you dropped off Eduardo. Kala is very anxious to see him.
He's safe and sound on board. I'll also need Ben to take a look at a disruptor device I picked up. I'll be there shortly.
Cool. Let's deploy the drone. Let's whack about in a tube. Oh, hello. This is going to get messy, isn't it? Yep. Let's try that again. Yeah. Good start. Good start. Whoosh. In we go. Oh, my timing is so off. Third time lucky. Third time lucky. I just feel like I'm just not close enough, and the acceleration on them is just not good enough. There we go. Let's just line ourselves up a bit there. Well, ouch. Through there. Down, do that. Whoop. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Okay. Aha. There we go. See what stuff we get. We got the observer and the ghost cannon. Yeah, we don't count those. We don't count those as deaths. No, definitely not. Definitely not counting those as deaths. Right, okay, so we've got the prime sense observer, 22. We've got the ghost cannon. That's a 22. So we're still there. We're still there. Okay. That energy core. We'd lose a little bit on our weapons. But I think we could do with... I'm going to swap that out. We do need a better booster than that, though, because that is shocking. Definitely running out. Okay, we're going to have to look. I think once we get docked somewhere, we need to have a look, see if we can find a better booster. Oh, we craft one. We can always look at that as well. Right, let's get out of here. Leave this place alone. Right, so do we need to go to Letho? Yes. Well, that's crash and burn, isn't it, there? So let's go to there. Okay, let's go there. Biddy Frog says, where exactly are the Colonials headquartered in the DMZ anyway? They're supposedly the dominant force, other than the Okar, of course, but we only get a handful in missions, otherwise the gangs and outlaws clearly outnumber them. Yes, they do. I mean, it's still kind of a... Even though it's colonial space, essentially, it's still very much contested with the gangs. There's not kind of complete control, and a lot of the outlaws and the gangs are classed as colonials, but the kind of... The colonial military as such, I'm not entirely sure if we've ever put that into law where they actually are. I'd have to check. There we go, right. Now this is another fabulous screenshot opportunity. And I think if I remember correctly, I took one of these a long time ago, which was this kind of shot. Hang on, let me just come out of there. Let's see if we can recreate the shot a little. I think we're further away. Right on the boundary. So it was like kind of this top-down kind of shot, something like that, you know, a bit different, bit new, bit different. For anybody that's new to the game, obviously there's a Steam sale on, and there's lots of other sales on as well. If you are new to the game, we've got a wonderful screenshot simulator, as you can see on the screen now. But when you're here, if you press H to hide the interface, you get nothing. And then hit, if you're on Steam anyway, if you hit F10, that will take a very high resolution screenshot, which will be in your EVERSPACE 2 folder in your local app data folder, so you'll need to find it from there. So yeah, just take them or use whatever you've got in your screenshot capacity. Maybe you use the Steam screenshot function, but we'd like to see them. Get them posted on our Discord, send them across to us on hello, new stuff. On the socials as well, or if you want to, just upload them straight to Steam. There. Another shield generator there. Don't normally do these, to be fair. I'm feeling different. I'm feeling, you know, spicy. Although I'll probably end up leaving it if it takes too long. Oh, yes, I remember that one now. Okay, yeah. Come back. Yeah. Been a while since I've been there. Here we go. I mean, this is such a huge station. It's really, really cool. Really, really cool. Again, art team. Knocking it out of the park.
HQ, state your business.
I'd like to inquire about the well-being of some young horags on your station.
Obviously.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Aren't you Adam Roslin?
Yes.
The one and well, yes.
That stunt you pulled on Avonrest brought down Okar heat on the Coalition, which we could have done without.
Getting told off here.
Yeah. Look, sorry, but that was Maddox. I think I remember you.
I am Ming-Yun. I command the Coalition.
I wonder how you know her, Lenny.
Look, I'm just trying to
Look how everybody's... No, I didn't say anything. I never let it slip what our next project is or anything like that. Hello, Michael.
Emic and Emic especially. They're total goofballs. My own kids love them. You can tell Alec they're all doing fine. I can't vouch for the general future of our station, however.
What do you mean?
The Coalition is walking a tightrope.
Yeah, we've got Michael, who's the CEO of Rockfish Games. I'm sure majority of you know him.
I feel I owe you guys for all the trouble Maddox caused earlier.
But yeah, he's here to observe and interject if necessary if you've got any questions that maybe I can't answer, but he might be able to offer some insight.
Have you ever heard of the Zurilia gang?
Should I have?
Yep, they're saying that I spilled everything.
After the Okar War. They've managed to survive in the geothermal plant of a lava planet, looting the occasional automated cargo, which we can tolerate so long as they leave our bases alone. But now, the Zurilia scientists have developed a signature bomb which we have no defense against.
So they've become a threat?
Possibly. If we could just get our hands on one of these bombs, we could examine it and assess the magnitude of the threat.
If I was to try to pocket one for you, where would they be found?
Deep inside their base. The bombs come forward to a drone. Get a drone out of there and program it to deliver it to us. Just, you know, make sure it's not armed.
Sounds too easy. There has to be a catch.
There has to be a catch.
HQ is well defended. But our spies
yeah, spilling the tea. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Why would they leave it unguarded?
Because it's inside.
Colburn, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend.
And there's the
Long
catch.
time no see.
I can't send any of my own people. If Zurilia finds out we were involved, that would provoke them into action.
I'll undertake the task. I'm not one to leave my friends' kids in danger.
Deliver us the drone, and then we might take a different opinion of you.
Cool. There we go. God, we didn't get called out there, didn't we? So just in case we fancied changing our ship again all of a sudden, we've got a Titan bomber. We've got the Striker. Ooh, that's a nice looker, isn't it? It's a shame I've just switched from the Striker. Well, that's nice. I like that with the grey and the red accents. That's proper swish. That is. That's definitely a. That's a K-wing. I'm sure it is. There we go, and the Scout, but we're not going to do anything along there. Now, if you're ever struggling, maybe you're a little bit behind on your levels in terms of your missions, you're like, oh, I've only got like level 23, 24 kind of missions on the way. Is there anything I can do? You can obviously get a little bit of reputation and renown from doing the jobs. They're there as a kind of an easy way to get your renown up, which will give you obviously rewards, and as your renown ticks up, you'll get better rewards as well. But as you can see, there are options over there of a level 25. It's kind of pushing it. Some people will be able to manage it, but it's just as a little warning, if it's kind of purple in the colour, just be mindful it could be a little bit tough. But you can see there's a lot around our level, 22s, 24s, 23 kind of thing. So these are the kind of ones that you can do. Battle support is one of the favourites for people, where you can basically go and help one of the factions and try and defeat the others. And yeah, plenty of options for you there. Plenty of options for you. Right, so we're going to carry on anyway, because we're going to try and go to the Alpha Draco thermal plant.
Hey, Alec, it's me.
Hey, Adam. Ben repaired the ice cream machine. It's delicious.
That's great. Look, I visited the Coalition and Ming-Yan reassured me that your children are doing great. I just need to make sure things stay that way.
Okay. That doesn't sound reassuring at all.
Can you tell me anything about a Zurilia gang that's been hounding the Coalition?
Those guys? A thorn in the backside of the Drake system. Their boss, Admiral Zealous, is a bloodthirsty maniac who thinks it was a mistake to sign a treaty with the Okar. You're not getting mixed up with them, are you, buddy?
I'm just paying them a little visit. I'll be careful. If I can help neutralize some bombs they've apparently developed, I might be able to provide some lasting security for all of the little X.
You're the best, Adam.
There we go. Just going to help clear these out. There we go. So 3 credits, and then he is getting absolutely blasted. Just be very careful. You don't want to be hitting the friendlies. There we go. Nice. Some more creds. Cool. Excellent. Right, I should have actually sold stuff. Let me just activate that there. Let me just go back to the shop and get rid of some things from our inventory, because if we don't, we're going to probably struggle a little bit because of what we collect. But yeah, certain jobs are very lucrative. Some would even say dropping into some little instances and helping out some G&B cargo.
Returning customer. Nice to see you.
Can be quite profitable too.
How do you stay in such a good mood all the time?
A positivity implant. It keeps the demons at bay.
This is great. Right. That was the one we kind of took off. See, that's not bad. The energy. Okay. Yeah. I'm not actually liking the powerful Nova flak. Yeah, I think there's many people would like that positivity implant. I think everybody would be like, yeah, I'd really like that. Just get me through the day. Yeah, protect the freighters. Absolutely. Do you know what? I'm going to swap that out. Still need a better booster. Do they have a better booster here? We got to be a booster? You haven't got a better booster. Rubbish. Right, let's sell some stuff then, shall we? Okay. I'm going to dismantle that for bits. We'll keep that. Yeah, we'll dismantle that. Crimson Sun, I think unfortunately I'm going to have to dismantle. I'm not going to bring that up in terms of power. No. Repair on kill. See, that's not bad for an actual Vindicator. This one's actually quite good, because you can literally see that the commander set is allies deal 10% more damage and gain 20% damage reduction. When an ally dies or expires, your shield is fully restored. And then after 5 seconds, drones and turrets within 300 meters are converted to fight on your side for 30 seconds. So that's not actually bad. The problem is that the armor on that is quite low compared to the Renegade stuff that I'm rocking. So I could, yeah, there's always that option. Beardsley Frog just pointed out that if I wanted to, I could craft a booster, which I'm probably going to have a look at. I'm just making sure that I've got everything out of here that I want. Yeah. Ugh. Scattergun, no. That one's the Penumbra. We're just going to break that down for parts. See, 2003. That is not bad. The only thing is, it's. I'm going to keep it. Whirlwind Chasers. That's what I'm going to keep. No, we're going to get rid of that. Actually, we'll just sell that. Break that down. Could keep the nano injectors. That's slightly better overall. And it's part of the autonomous set as well, so we'll swap that out for the slightly better one, you know. As you do. Get rid. Thank you. Get rid. Break that down. Okay, not really going to bother with that one. Sell that. Yes. Sell ramen. Everybody loves ramen. And then sell that. There we go. We've kept hold of some things just in case we swap them out. At any point, because they're still quite good. But yeah, we could look at crafting certainly a module if I have anything in terms of booster. Let me just see which one I'm actually rocking on my ship at the moment. Is level 18 Ewan's Escape and Eco 1. Okay, so we could. We've got all the stuff. I think we'll give it a whirl. See if it turns out good, bad, indifferent. Let's craft. Boom. What did we get? We got a booster. We've got a rare. Slight speed gain. Recharge less. Acceleration is less. But we get a nice boost on there. So we're going to equip that one. That should give us a little bit more oomph. A little bit more oomph. Yeah. I think that'll be good. So yeah. It's now to our level as well, which is quite nice. So yeah. We could always modify it a little bit further if we wanted to. But for the time being, I think I'll leave it at that. Yuns, I'm going to dismantle. There we go. Get some parts back, which is always good. So if you do have any questions, throw them in. We're going to carry on for a bit longer, and then we'll switch over to the 4K Rift builds that I've been trying to master, which I failed at miserably, but I'm sure you all want to see me survive those, don't you? Right, let's get out of here. We want to be going that direction. Whoosh. Right, so we want to go to Alpha Draco thermal plants. We'll head over there. So yeah, I hope you've all had a good week anyway. I hope you're still playing through. I know we've had some chatter about people starting again, going through, trying nightmare mode as well after completing it and everything. So yeah, we're always intrigued to see how you boys and girls play through, and especially if you're grinding out the end game, which is what we've focused on a little bit with regards the 4K Rift builds that we're going to show. It's always very debatable how you do something, how you craft it, how you make your build work for you and your playstyle. So what works for you might not work for other people, but options are there. Options are there. What a cool looking planet. Here we go. I think when I played through this the first time on my own, I kept dying here, which is always interesting. Cool. Fly into the volcano. I love that we have that phrase literally straight away. And again, what a cool view. What a cool view. Do you know what? F10. Give me that screenshot. Give me that screenshot. There we go. Right. So I think that they're going to come and attack me. Any of the others? No, I think we might have to deal with these though. Right, let's head down. We might pull them. Yeah, we did.
This is Zurilia territory. You are not welcome here.
Really?
Seems like I hear that a lot these days. Last chance to leave, or you're going down in flame.
You're going down in what? Sorry? I didn't hear you over the slight awesomeness of you dying. Okay. There we go. Nice, thank you. We're in the container. There we go. Credits and jury missiles. Nice. Oops. Avoid that. That'll mess the paintwork. More dying is always interesting.
This volcanic vent should be the back door the coalition leader informed you of.
Well, let's have a look inside this thing.
Let's have a look
This
inside.
thing is far above 1,000 degrees inside. The ship's thermal protection system is not built for that. I advise utmost.
I know what I'm doing.
There we go. Collect some resources on the way down. Really not to. Might not make it out, but you know. Right, there we go. Getting a bit toasty.
Protection has been reached. Continue, and the ship will be destroyed.
All right, I'm stopping. Damn it. Are you reading anything?
I detect the signature of the bomb drones we are seeking across this lava pool. However, we cannot cross without melting like saturated fat molecules.
I love that line.
What about those maintenance drones? They don't seem to be having any trouble with the heat.
It appears that they have been modified with external heat shields.
Cool.
So, if I could just take control of one of those things remotely, it could reach the bombs for us. Think you can locate a maintenance terminal?
If it means leaving this hellhole without frying my circuits, I am more than happy to try.
Well said. Well said, Hive. Okay.
Are you completely insane?
Yep.
This heat is going to burn us to a cinder. You need to turn back at once. Warning. Thermal protection depleted. Destruction imminent.
We're okay, Hive. We're okay. We're good. We're good. Freebies. They do fly quite quick, actually. We definitely got to keep up with them. Whoop. Oh, I just remembered, actually, we do have to just head out, don't we? But this is quite cool for collecting... boop, boop, boop. There you go. There. Resources. Oh, that wasn't a good idea. I shot the drone. Oh dear, that was a wayward shot. We'll put that as an oops. So that's definitely a oh dear, that was good. I like that. Okay, that's another death. If in doubt, don't shoot your drone that's keeping you alive. All right, so we're up to 20 deaths. That one was very much self-inflicted. Dear. Right, okay. Let's do this bit again then. Ah, dear.
Zurilia territory. You are not welcome here.
You are not welcome here.
This volcanic vent should be the back door the coalition leader informed you of.
Well, let's have a look inside this thing.
This thing is far above 1,000 degrees inside. The ship's thermal protection system is not built for that. I advise utmost.
I know what I'm doing.
I know. There we go. 2 to go for equalization of death to level ratio. Yeah. Honestly, once we get into the 4K Rift builds, that may happen. That may happen. But again, my kind of get out clause is that I wouldn't generally be doing rifts in my level playthrough. Right, I'm going to collect all this stuff again because, why not? Right. There we go. Right, let's go to the waypoint.
The limit of our thermal protection has been reached.
Yep, okay, we've all done that, so we're going to come out again. Leave the volcano. Always for the excuse. You've always got to have a backup excuse. Always. Right, here we go. Fly to the hangar. Now this is always interesting. I really don't want to get anywhere near that. But I also... I'm going to take these on eye. So they're going to pull 2.5 kilometers.
You erred in coming here. Time to burn.
Another fire-themed threat? Really?
Oh. There we go. Hello. Alright, yeah. Underneath. There we go. Oh, hello. Did we just drop a blueprint? We did. Mines. Not literally mine, but mines. Right, next up. Take on these. Destroyers over there. Okay. Hello. Wreckage. Let's see if we can do. There we go. Repair the drone with that one. Hello. Bit toasty. Bit toasty. Bit toasty. Okay. Wow. They just appeared out of nowhere, didn't they? You know, little drones. Thing. Where are you? The Zurilia drones are troublesome. But luckily I've got my little buddies giving me a hand. There we go. Repair those drones. Get a power casing. Right. Over here.
Looks like I've got company.
Yeah, not half. Cool. Okay. There's the drone. Now, I feel like I need to get in here before he turns up because he's getting closer.
This shaft apparently leads to a maintenance drone terminal.
I'm receiving an intruder alert at Sector 17B. Anyone got eyes on a bogey?
Nothing here. They could be inside one of the access shafts. I'll take a look. You let the boss know.
Sounds like I need to speed things up.
Oh. Okay. I just want my weapons to come back. The Zurilia drone is outside, getting all excited. There we go. Cool. Nice. Take control. Right.
Looks like the drone's shield is a kind of force sphere surrounding it, keeping it cool.
You are very close to an access door to the bomb drones.
Okay, let's grab it and get out of here quickly.
Okay. Gotta keep up with this thing.
Hey, where's it going?
You need to remain in close proximity. It was seemingly programmed to reach an exit. However, it was not designed to exit over the lava. If you do not keep it inside the drone's heat shield, it will explode, rather dramatically.
Nice.
Who the blazes is accessing our systems without my permission?
Nobody.
Ha! You think you're hot stuff, hiding from us? I'll show you hot. I'm gonna find you and fry your ass.
Ah, you guys really like the flamey metaphors, don't you?
Whatever you're up to, it's going to fail. Who sent you? The Retaliators?
Who now? The Radiators?
You think you're clever. I smell Balakin's fishy stench all over you.
Yeah, sure, that's me.
Listen close now. You tell your soggy boss to stay out of Zurilia territory. We made a deal.
What kind of deal?
We were forged in flames. Blood boiled, arisen from the ashes. This is our home. And if you people cross the line again, Zurilia will burn you down.
Yeah, okay, I'll be sure to pass along the message. Thanks for calling. Have a nice day. Why do I get the feeling there's more to this story than Ming Young was letting on?
I just love that line. Thanks for calling. Have a nice day. Oop, hello. Going up. It's going up.
The bomb drone's hull should be able to resist the temperature from this point.
Good.
Now you will need to attain proximity so I can override its mainframe and program it to reach the Coalition.
Sure. Just gotta get out of here and find it.
Nice. Didn't blow up there. That's always good. Right. Let's
Nothing in sight.
okay. Come on, dronies. We got work to do. And we're kind of going to cheat a little bit there, but that's perfectly fine.
My instincts were right. You are in trouble.
We are now.
Thank you.
Hammer to Stardust. I am dispatching it to the Coalition HQ.
We
Nice.
should get out of here too before those Zurilia flamers arrive to sizzle me or stir fry me or whatever.
Yes, humorous.
Humorous. Right. Let's get out of here then. Let's jump into Superlight. Always good. Always good.
Ming Yun, the drone you ordered is on its way to you
It's
now.
on its way,
You are to be commended. A man of your word.
obviously.
I'm not so sure I can say the same of you. I get the feeling that Zurilia is not the only target in whatever game you're playing.
You are most perceptive. Another quality I admire.
Care to tell me what you're really up to?
Medium rare me.
Indeed.
That's very good.
You have
Could be.
earned a degree of explanation. The fact is, the job is only halfway done. We have the bombs now, but we need them delivered somewhere else.
I knew there would be more of this. Expect me at your base shortly. Let's talk.
Let's talk. I like it. I like it. There we go. New mission, Gang Wars 2. We leveled up to 23. Oh yeah. Give me them hit points. Give me that weapon damage. Crit chance and device cooldown. I can see that there's going to be a lot of puns there, isn't there? You know, even ones that we didn't use. I mean, we've got the fast forward, but sometimes you just don't need the fast forward. You just, you know, want to enjoy the view. Here we go. Cool. Right, apparently, interesting fact before we dock, when scientists years ago were trying to work out how long it took for the Earth to do a full rotation, they ended up giving up and they just said, let's call it a day. There we go. Have you ever felt like you just died on stage?
For your brave action. The explosive devices you sent us will help us redress the balance of power in the Drake system.
So what's the real story here, Ming-Yan? What are you up to?
The reason I was elected to lead is because I understand that the Coalition's future is in trade and not piracy. We no longer utilize the blunt ways of the common outlaw.
People going.
But our organizational shift has given others the perception of weakness and has placed us in the crosshairs
Don't
of
worry, I've got even worse dad
gangs
jokes.
that still plague this system. 2 rival gangs, the Zurilia and the Retaliators.
Let me guess. As long as they remain at each other's throats, the focus stays off your operations here.
Indeed.
Very astute. However, they have begun negotiations on a non-aggression pact, which, if it succeeds, will place our peaceful future in peril.
So these Zurilia bombs I pilfered for you, you want to use them to provoke the Retaliators and blow up the negotiations.
Exactly. The Retaliators cannot know the Coalition was involved.
I feel like there's a slight hint of sarcasm there for the desire to have more dad jokes.
To carry out the task.
I'm not so sure I'm on board with the ethical side of this. I don't like the deceit. It's not my style.
Peace always comes at a price. It's the only way I can guarantee continued security for my people.
Yeah.
Your pragmatism is terrifying, but I can see your reasoning.
I'm sending you coordinates for the Retaliators HQ. I can assure you that the target location houses no civilians, so this should clear up any moral ambiguity about the mission.
Good.
Do this, Adam, and you could save many
Oh,
lives.
that's a guilt trip and a half right there.
To think about it.
That was a guilt trip and a half, wasn't it? Absolutely. Absolute guilt trip. Right. Ship dealer, yeah. Vanguard, not looking too shabby there. Stinger. We've got the Insurgent. Yeah, that Insurgent Striker. That's nice. Very nice coloured one. Very nice coloured one. Let's just have a look at this shop and see. The autonomous. A lot more firepower and expertise, lose structure, but I also lose 2 cargo. And I've only just dropped in that optimized one. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to forego that one for the time being, I think. Forego. We'll sell that. Jury missile, they're level 20. Tailwind. Yeah. Right, has it got anything good? High capacity web mines. Web mines are not my thing. There's a cruise booster available now, but we've got a kind of decent one there. Dark matter's quite nice. What is it we need for the rips in space? Oh, we do need 5 dark energy, don't we? And proton capacitors. So what I might do is, and this is one of the things you should look out for when you start getting missions like this for Carla to open up the travel points, the special bypasses, is always be on the lookout for what's for sale in the shops, because it saves you having to go out there. You can see that there's a little icon there saying that we need to grab it. So I'm actually going to get them just to ease our pain a little bit. And if you wanted to, look, see, medicine is low demand, so it's a good price if you want to do any kind of trade run. And then you just need to work out where to take that. So Cylon, solar particles, and dark energies. Okay. Yeah, that's always good. That's always good. So just be on the lookout, as I've said, as you go to these various shops. You might find something that just is, a worthwhile purchase. Right. There. Off we trot. Right.
Hey, Alec. It's me again.
Hold on. Ooh, sorry. Please. Too much ice cream. Oh.
Too much ice cream. Say.
Listen, I could use some more intel. What can you tell me about the Retaliator gang?
Indeed.
Oh, I fought them before. Nasty bunch. They're ex-colonial fleet too, but their boss is even crazier than zealous.
How so?
Oleg, Balakin. This high-ranking guy, he claimed an ocean planet and took over the abandoned naval base, which he converted into an impenetrable fortress. They built their own kind of screwed-up utopia on the water. They got some robotics whiz who's filled the place with AI booby traps, and Admiral Balakin himself, he's got to be like 100 years old by now, and he's a cyborg.
Well, I think I gotta pay them a visit. Thanks for the intel, Alec.
Always good. It's always good. Right, let's whiz across. Let's see if we can get through this. Challenge completed. Visit all of Drake's regions. Thank you. Always nice. Right.
Ming-Yan, I'm at the Retaliator HQ. This place is something to behold. I'm going in.
They are extremely well defended. Be prepared to encounter serious resistance.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
We managed to steer the Zurilia bomb drone to an unused access shaft half underwater. Once you reach it, you'll need to find a way inside.
I'm taking your word for it that there are no civs down here.
I promise you that this is merely a strategic target.
Intruder, you have 5 seconds to turn around or it's time to drown.
I don't like either of those choices. Is there an option C?
Oh, blueprint. That's good. Got a bit of frost. Hello. Thank you. Don't like that. Do not like that. Oh, good. That got bigger blood on that. Cool. They're just disappearing into the. Oh, there you go. Let's get the freebies. Shield. Using the terrain, see if we can take the tops off that. There we go. Nice. There we go. Get another one back. Right. Okay. Oh. Oh, beam laser. Thank you. Okay, we got a disintegrator there. Ooh, that's kinetic. 732. What's the range on this? 1400. Yeah, I mean, you're down on the. Yeah, the energy's 1200. But it is more constant. Tell you what, I'm just going to try that, just temporarily. Just temporarily. You never know. It could work out amazing. Could work out absolutely terrible. Nice. Yeah. Am I going to end up taking them?
Fool for coming here. Time you were sent to your watery grave.
Really? Are you gonna make me walk the plank too?
Oh, I love it. It's great. It's great. Splush. Reached a waypoint. Nice.
Here's our bomb drone. Now I just have to figure out how to open that door.
No. I'm gonna leave it. Okay, yeah, okay. We might need to go back again. We might need to go back again to open the door. But yeah, let's go see, shall we?
Here's the other end of the cable. Might be a generator behind that panel. Just need to find a way to take it out.
Just need to find a way to take it out. Okay. Boop. Okay. Pull out a gas tank. Cool.
Hey, gas tanks.
Nice.
These cannot be ignited underwater. Neither can you shoot them.
Nah, shame.
We can do that. Which is always good. You may not be able to do anything particular.
That should have done something. Let's get back to the drone and see if the door's open.
Indeed. Let's go see. Let's go see. There we go.
I am on a roll. Door's open.
Right, I'm not going to do that exactly because I know.
The access hatch is filled with traps and explosives.
Yeah, I should take care of those before sending our drone in.
Yep. Oh, it's done it again. And the problem with the disintegrator is it does push you back slightly, so you do have to be careful. Because otherwise it can get a little bit messy very quickly. Things go boom, 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 and that's usually you. So yeah, and they're very difficult to spot as well, so do take your time. As much as everybody's willing me to succeed, I mean blow up, you just got to take it easy. Any more over here? Right, we're going to disable that. Thank you. Once again, they're using the cheat. It's not cheating, it's a valid tactic. The only thing that you're upset about is that I'm not blowing up.
I think we're good. Let's send it on.
Okay, right, I think everything's there. Oh, we're going to have to get a shift on.
It is not required to vocalize commands. Utilizing the drone's remote input will suffice.
Oh, you're just jealous I don't call you little buddy.
I am most assuredly not.
Another door.
It should come as no surprise that this facility was not designed to welcome strangers like yourself with open arms.
Wherever there's a door, there's also a way to stick your foot in.
Through here. Look at that. Did that without a problem. Yay!
Success!
It was merely another door.
Oh, yeah? When's the last time you ever opened a door, smarty pants?
No comment.
You can see why people do love the interaction. Nice. Things there. Another power core that we need to use there as well. Gimme. That one. On that side. Yeah, you do. Nice. Got any more? Okay. Yup. Ooh, hello. I just love the fact that they can just push you backwards into a whole world of hurt. That was an interesting little bug there. Where are you? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the absolute kick on these is quite strong on the disintegrator. I forgot how strong they actually are. Any more there? Disable. Thank you, done. Marvelous. Okay, I think we're good. Let's fly on through. Whee. Come on, little buddy. I'm very, very glad actually. I was always concerned that the They may activate things. Oh, hang on, I need a power core socket, don't I? Just keep going, little buddy. Let me just grab another one of these. Quick. Let's go. Let's go. Oop. Wow. We'll let them take them on. There we go. Right. Onwards. Bomb drone. Yep.
Being young, I'm approaching a spot you've marked on my map for bomb placement.
Excellent. You're directly underneath their armory. Our spies have identified 4 nodes in total. Bombing them simultaneously will cripple their battle readiness and set them back for some time.
Cool. Lava bomb.
First one set up, 3 to go.
Cool. Nice. That is very nice indeed. Right, I'm going to save there because I've just noticed the time. We are cracking on and I've got a lot to dive through. So, I'm just going to save that before I forget. Give me a moment and we'll come back and we're going to look at some 4K Rift builds. Death will ensure. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials, wherever you are, on our Discord, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, Twitch, LinkedIn, wherever you are. Join us over there. We're more than happy to have you. More than happy to have you. Right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just go down there. Whoop. We're back again. There we are. Right. Here we are. 4K Rift builds from you, the community. I asked a couple of weeks ago if you could supply your builds, and many of you have. And you've kind of said that these are what get you through. Some are challenging, some are easier, some are designed to help me get through to 4K. So it'll be very interesting if that is the case. Now, we've got a couple to show. One of them is from a player who I will say is very skilled. And I've tried this build. And I'm not so skilled. It's quite a phenomenal thing. But I am going to try it. And this one actually is from Wizard Jerry. It is an Interceptor build. I'm going to show you it. We've got it lined up. So we're going to have a little look at it. And after I've attempted it probably a couple of times, because I do expect to be quite short-lived with this, we'll see how it's done professionally. But anyway, we've got a nice little Interceptor. Exactly. Bearded Frog, you're on the nose there. How to demonstrate how not to use the build. So this one is from Wizard Jerry. It's the Interceptor. Now, the basic premise of this is you're throwing your secondary weapons using Entropy Anchor as much as you can, holding down the right mouse button and then pressing R like crazy. Sounds very simple. Very simple. I did discuss this a little bit with Jerry, how he has this kind of configured, and you'll understand why when I attempt it, and then when you see how he does it in the near future. It's quite amazing, really. But anyway, what we're kind of rocking here: Final Reckoning, Scimitar, Voltaic Blaster, Judgment Day, Powerful EMP, and more Judgment Days. Then we've got the Optimized Zealous Core, Stratocumulus for the shield, Ragnarok for the plating, Warrior's Insight for the sensor, Quantum Turbine for the booster, and then Optimize XR's Ingenuity, and then a couple of things of the Clock Field Generator, the Device Charger, and more Device Chargers. Now, obviously, we're doing the Interceptor, so we've got the Special Power Converter and obviously the Weapon Overdrive. And look at all the mainframe people use these things. I don't know why. And the passives are kind of behind me, but 10% increased primary weapon damage, collecting energy or grants, 1% increased crit chance for 6 seconds, up to 20% when entering a location. Again, 20% increased boost and fire rate for 60 seconds, and that is quite key if you can. So while Weapon Overdrive is active, gain 50% to refund secondary weapons upon use. Now, as I've said, for this to kind of work, and Wizard Jerry did put this out for me as a kind of playstyle, literally activating the Entropy Anchor, Ultimate, and then Cloak Generator, and then literally getting in as close as you can, targeting enemies, and literally spamming the bejesus out of the R key. All the time you're holding down the right mouse button because you're using Entropy Anchor. Now, obviously, Entropy Anchor, if you haven't seen it, is this little skill here, which after 10 seconds, your ship hit points, energy, ult, devices, consumables, and animals will reset to the state when the device was activated. Your inventory remains locked while the device is active. So, if you can have that, you spam the hell out of everything, things should die. The problem is, it's been me. And then as you progress, using device chargers to keep alive. But I don't think we'll get that far anyway, but we'll dive in anyway. So let's resume. We are right here next to the spatial bypass. So let's create an ancient rift. So obviously we're unlocked. The Lunacy used to be 2,000. With Wrath of the Ancients, we went to 4,000 because we felt that way inclined. Now there is a reliquary here, which is an OCAR one, and it's something that it doesn't give anything good in terms of an increase in performance for yourself, or a debuff to the enemies. It literally is for dropping Tears of the Mad. I'm kind of just in the way here, but I'll just remove myself. So we're not going to bother with it, but Wizard Jerry does use it from time to time just so they can get more Tears of the Mad, which kind of helpful. But it's not a buff as such for anything good. So we're going to open the rift. Like I say, diving in. I'm not going to survive, but we're going to try our best and see what happens. So Entropy Anchor, getting the ult on the go, and the Cloak Generator, hopefully. I lasted about 17 seconds before, but I haven't got my timer ready because it's quite epic. So we are going to do that, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, and then, where is the enemies? There. Oh, I hit the wrong button. But Wizard Jerry does this a lot quicker than I do. Trust me. Shield gone. So we're on cooldown. We're on cooldown. To be honest with you, this is the longest I've ever lasted. Except the actual, I'm about to die, aren't I? Yep. Right, hang on, let's do device charger. No, that's kind of cheating, but we'll do that. Holy hell, I survived. Phase 1. I have never got that far. Never. But I'm nearly dead. I'm nearly dead. But I did have to use a device charger just so that I could reset Entropy Anchor. In all my testing, I have never ever done phase 1. Never. And I've been trying all week. Whew. Ah, dear. So I'm kind of gonna cheese it a little bit here. I am just waiting for my Entropy Anchor to come off cooldown. Now, we've got the option. Anyway, portal. Enemies deal area damage on death. we've also got highly unstable burst bubbles spawn into the area, will grow and explode in a 3,000 meter radius if not destroyed in time. I really don't want that one. I might have to say that. I really don't like either. Right, entropy anchor's off. We haven't obviously got anything to repair. Bit of a problem. So yeah, we shall see. But anyway, I'm happy. I've got to phase 1 of 4K Rift, and you know, definitely a new record. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens next. So. Okay, right, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, I just got one shot there. I didn't get my cloaking off. I did 12% progress of the second one. But yeah, this is Wizard Jerry. Now, I'm quite happy just because I got to the second stage, phase 2 of the Rift, because it's something in all my testing I never got anywhere near. Now, that's not bad, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you Wizard Jerry's run. Yeah, not 5 seconds in the second minute. Now, you saw how long it took for me just to clear phase 1. So I'm going to remove myself, and I do have his video. This is with Wizard Jerry's blessing. I think we're going to watch a master at work here. So I'm just going to mute my game sound and bring up the video. And here we go. So he's just going through all of his gear that you can see there. All the settings exactly as I've got there. Just to kind of prove what it was in the build and the setup. And if you notice as well, it doesn't actually have play it safe on. So, like I say, watch a master at work and feel positively sickened. So that's about the reliquary that is just showing that it doesn't actually use, ramping it up to 4K. It does change the language. It obviously plays in Chinese. So, but I do have a list of these mutators that he chooses as well. So as we get through the stages, I can tell you which ones he's actually chosen. So there is a timer at the top. Get ready to be amazed. He just cleared that stage in about 17 seconds. Oh dear. Right, so the phase that he chose, the mutator, was Vengeance. So this was the detonator drone spawns after each kill. So this is phase 2. So in just over a minute, he's completed phase 2, phase 1 and phase 2. So for phase 3, he chooses overheated systems, which means a random system is overheated for 10 seconds every 10 seconds. I was proud that I got to phase 2 because I had never managed it. So, drop in the entropy anchor using the device resets. Literally just spamming the hell out of his R key, so you can see he's just switching between so many of his secondaries as he's dropping damage all the time. And there we go. Stage 3 is completed in about 1 minute and 57 seconds in total. And then he's into the boss fight, which is the status snares, which the bubble fill the stage to slow down all the ship drones that touch the player, or if you touch them. So here he is, in between all the bubbles, still with the entropy anchor, dropping the damage, sometimes hitting the bubbles, which does snare them and slow them up, but he wants to do the damage. Got the cloak generator on as well, so they can't get hit as easily. Now he's just waiting for the top thing to open. And he's in. There he is. 2 minutes, 57 seconds, and 0.54. In under 3 minutes, he just completed a 4K rift. And yeah, Bearded Frog has kind of just put up there that it almost feels kind of, let me just bring myself back in. It almost feels unfair that he has to deal with the load times in between, because if you took off, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds, something like that for the load times with all the different loading, it's not, you know, too long for him. He's got a decent system, but you can have a round of applause for that, Jerry. That's just phenomenal. You kind of put everybody to shame there, and I'm sure there's other people out there that can do just as good, but you can say skill level does make a little bit of a difference, but that is yeah, so which is actually less than the time Garry spent trying to finish the first stage of the build given by Jan. That's absolutely correct. Like I say, it takes practice, and I take my hat off to anybody that can do these kind of 4K rifts. They are phenomenally difficult. We put them as a challenge there, and you're still blowing them out of the water, but it's a challenge. It's there to do that if you want to. You don't have to, but definitely, certainly a challenge should you want it. Now, I'm going to show you another one. And this has come from Chris over on our Discord, and it's the Sandstorm Bomber, which is another one that I tried. And I'm going to jinx myself here, because I did complete a 4K rift using this build. So let me get it loaded up. Down here. It's called Sandstorm. But I did finish a 4K rift. I just don't have proof that I actually did it. But I did do it, honest, on his build. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go into here. So literally, it is built around the Sandstorm. So how Chris said that he plays this is you keep the boost up all the time so that you maintain the exit strategy and munition motor buffs. You throw a bird's nest into a group of enemies to slow them, and then circle around them, shooting them with the Sandstorm to keep up the modifiers, and then spamming destabilizer mines to soften them up and kill them quickly. In other words, just keep both mouse buttons pressed. Once you're done with that, another bird's nest thrown into the mix. Use the ult whenever you feel like it. Get all the reflection that you want. Everything will melt pretty much. And you're pretty hard to kill. Use missile defense as often as possible, and use quantum entangler for bosses and other tanking enemies. Use front shield generator when necessary. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. People are like, are you sure about that? And it was with this build. So anyway, I'll just go through it. Powerful Sandstorm, Judgment Day, high capacity destabilizers and bird's nest. Then we've got optimized Yule core, overcharged Stratocumulus, hollow plating, Warrior's Insight for the sensor, optimized munition motor, and then optimized coolant collector. Obviously the arc if you want it, the passives, target lock on duration reduced to 50%, 50% reduced damage from Arc 9000, 20% reduced energy consumption for all weapons, and then Arc 9000 is manual death, gain 40% shockwave damage. Indeed. And yes, an even split there for the mainframe expansions. So a little bit of everything there. Again, this is where it all varies. This is where it all changes. And just looking at the ship, we've got the teleporter, quantum entangler, missile defense, and the front shield generator, which I think is quite nice. And then perks, which I didn't show on Wizards Jerry, but we did. We've got exit strategy, crit happens, retaliation, downtime warrior, critical faculty, and symphony of destruction. So pretty much keep spamming. You're in a bomber. Flying around should be good. Let's hope so. Let's hit resume. Come on. So let's see. Let's see if we can do this one. No reliquary either, so let's try. Let's try. I don't have a video of this one, but I know Chris has already completed the 4K. So I'm just going to be spamming the hell out of everything. Hopefully, not dying. Jack of all trades. Garry Rodriguez, indeed, indeed. Oh, we survived. We survived. Same strategy, infinite ammo. Yeah, very, very similar. Like I said, there's so many ways that you can do your builds, and it's going to be intriguing to check out the rest of them. These are just two that were very, very handy and very, very nice. So enemies cannot be locked, and hit points are hidden. I'm not too bothered about the hit points, so because I'm not really paying much attention there. So I can imagine there's going to be people that are looking at the builds and going, oh, that's very similar to mine. Maybe a slight tweak here and there. Maybe your pecs are different, or maybe mainframe components are different. Or break off and kill the snipers. Yeah, I mean, they can be difficult to deal with. Yeah, absolutely. Oops, hello, I hit the wrong key there, didn't I?
I've got this.
Don't want to blow myself up, which is quite a possibility. Well, that might be a painful one. Madcap. Stage resolved. There we go. We actually survived phase 2. Boom. Your sweaty palms. Sweaty palms. Oh dear. Right, so we've got EMP resistance. or enemies take 50% less damage beyond 300 meters range. Well, I'm not really using EMP, so I think I'll go with that. Because we're using destabilizers. This isn't a video, by the way, that I'm playing. It is actually me controlling it, because people are going to question that now, aren't they? They're going to be like, are you sure? Are you sure? Final. My heart rate. That's very interesting. I don't actually know if I can check that at the moment. Through the roof. Let me. That's very interesting. I'll be very interested to see what that actually is. My current heart rate, 130. Ah, dear. Whew. In the zone. In the zone. Right. Okay. So, periodically tries to relocate by boosting away. We got this. We got this. We got this. Come on. Come on. I did it once. We can do it again. And now I've got to do it on stream. No pressure. Yeah, okay, it's on my watch, yeah. Right, come on. We got the boss. We got him. In the zone. Come on. Come on. Zurilia destroyer. Give me that loot. Give me that loot. My word. I literally just spammed that R key. Now give yourself the call kit. That is technically true. That is technically true. I actually don't have that role over on our Discord. But look at all that nice loot. Look at all that nice loot. That's a loot pinata. That is. That is good. That is good. Oh dear. Now, to be fair, and I will just say this. Chris put this together, a wonderful build. And when I did it the first time, not on stream obviously, I was very, very surprised how good and how strong this is. Now, The death counter is as shocked as we are. Absolutely. I do need to add 1 to my death counter, don't I? Because we did die in the rift with Jerry, so that's up to 21. But to be fair, there's a lot of any dev dance for celebration. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. 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 That'll do you. So yeah, fair play to Chris for putting this together, and I'm sure there's even, I'm going to say, easier versions of this kind of build. I know we've got some absolute scorchers in the Discord, so do check them out. I do want you to take a look at them and try them out yourselves. Sometimes there's game saves there that you may want to try out, or even just get inspiration from, because there are some wonderful builds out there. And hats off to Chris for putting this one together. I mean, it does help that you're most familiar with a bomber. To be honest with you, Frog, I'm more familiar with the gunship. But the bomber, for me, I do like the heavies. If you've seen me play the game before, then yeah, we get the big boys out from time to time. So now I'm obviously playing on the Vindicator, just for a bit of a change. Right, that is me and my sweaty pits and everything, and my heart rate. Okay, let's just check. Okay, it's kind of dropped. We hit, yeah, we're down to about 120 now. We're kind of calming. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna stop there because we've got the screenshots. We need to do the screenshots and everywhere. So just don't go nowhere. I'll be back in a moment while I sort out the screenshots. Let's bring those up. Don't forget to follow us on all them social places, because we want to see what you guys are talking about. Come on, screenshots, where are you? There we are. There we go. Let's move that out of the way. Right. I need to see what's going on. What is going on? Right, showcase. Boom, here we are. Look at that. Look at that. Good workout. Yes, absolutely. Bit Frog says, I mean, you could honestly take on the build for every ship and completely not familiar with game style enough for many of the other ship types. Absolutely, and I think it's that familiarity. As Bearded Frog just said, having the familiarity with a certain ship type can help. Having some dexterity and ability in your gameplay does help as well. So, to be fair, some builds will be outside of my reach. I mean, you saw what we did with the build from Wizard Jerry, how easy he made it look compared to how bad I made it look. Then, you know, there's a difference in skill level there, and I'm not familiar with the Interceptor either. So, and yes, a certain person called Flory will recognize this screenshot. So, as always, we get the dev team to pick their top pick. Hence why it's called the RFG Top Pick. And each time we have one of these streams, I throw to the team, and Michael included, and Christian, and everybody else. They get to choose which one of these is their favourite. So they get a choice of 10, and we have a winner every time. Now, this one is from Flory. I really like this, and I was surprised that this did not get more votes, because I like a couple of things about this. Obviously, Portal Hub. Cool place. I also like the God Rays, but I do like what you did here with a nice bit of that asteroid just covering the sun to create them God Rays. Very good, Flory. I did like this one. Again, I choose them and then I put them to the team. I can't help it if they've got bad taste. What can I say? Anyway, that was Flory's. A wonderful shot anyway. And they're all good. For me to pick them out, they have to be good. There always has to be something about the screenshot. So even if you don't win, it's all about taking part, isn't it, kids? It's all about taking part. And then this one is from Kizor. So, another one of our wonderful screenshots. And this is, I think, one of the first ones that was shown of the Wraith. Now, you can see there's a hell of a lot of green going on there, but in its spectral form there, the Wraith is swooping round, being mysterious, being very indifferent to the world. And probably collecting a few resources while they're there. But I like this just because, A, it was a Wraith and it fitted the colour scheme nicely. So, well done, Kizor. Another one from our Discord, by the way, this one, as Flory's was as well. We're going to be switching over to Steam this time. And this picture from, so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, is from Gaspar25. Now that is a cool picture. Our environments are always top notch. The art team and the design team do create some wonderful environments, and you can see these OCAR bases with the all the background colors, the greens, the blues, the yellows. We really lead into a certain color scheme for certain areas, and yeah, I do think that is phenomenal. You can see some of the cargo ships over here as well, doing a little bit of a pirouette, etc. You know, they're doing a good little thing, trying not to avoid. But even there's another base in the far distance, so very, very cool. But that's Gaspar 25 from Steam. Well done, Bearded Frog. I put that in just for you. And then next up is one from Veldalore, sticking with Steam. Again, I thought this would go higher. I thought this would rank higher in the desire of the team, but it didn't, sadly. It's one of our new little places that you may visit, and you can... Initially, I didn't see their ship. I did not see their ship, but it's just there, hiding at the bottom, just tucked out of the way, just for the size of that structure. How cool is that? A wonderful shot as well, I think, with the structure in the middle and then obviously the star in the background. So, yeah, thoroughly well done on that one. I did like that, and that's Veldalore over on Steam. Next up, another voluptuous vista. I think we'll call this one a nice voluptuous vista. It's very full of energy and full of intrigue as well. And this one's from Nate the Mate over on Steam. A lot of people have been scouring the screenshots over there just to pick out one. Now this one, obviously it's a wonderful environment, but what I liked about this is it looked like it was a palm of a hand and somebody else, another hand coming down just to grab that orb, like it's doing that. That's all I could see, and I thought it was very, very cool. The other thing as well, it's slightly off axis. So there's a slight twist, which I thought was very, very good. Because sometimes, yeah, it's nice just to be straight on, but just putting that little twist, that little thing that just makes it a little bit different. People are like, what was the time? What was the time? I really didn't care about the time, if I'm honest. And the heartbeat monitor, yeah. I'd have to double check on that one. I was just like, ooh, okay. I know people do that, but yeah, I'm just glad we did it, and I'm showing off your builds. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Right, another one that I thought was going to go a little bit higher, and this is from Alpha Odin on Steam. See, Steam are knocking it out of the park. Blood pressure. Yeah, we'll try and avoid that one. Another wonderful vista, just cracking through with the god rays and everything, with the blues, the oranges, the dark browns, the blacks, everything really on this one. It really is. When I say that we have a wallpaper kind of creator or a screenshot thing that is just so easy to use, absolutely without a shadow of a doubt, this is it. And I'm just glad that we can show them off, because you guys take some wonderful shots, really wonderful shots. So yeah, that's Alpha Odin over on Steam. Now a slightly different shot, because it's a vertical. We don't get many of these, but I think this one's very, very cleverly done at Vesna in their Stinger. And this is from Popcorn and Coffee. Now, if you remember last time out, they actually won. They actually did get the top pick with their previous effort. And this one was very, very highly thought of by the team as well. Very highly thought of. Because that is, I think it just shows the actual, a real good representation of scale. It shows that this ship, you know, is relatively big, but when you look at all the industrialization part of the bottom, it looks so tiny and everything. I think they've shown off a real cool scale with that, and then just having the quadrant of the sun there, the star in the corner, absolutely wonderful. But yeah, that just was outside the top three, just outside the top three. So in third place was this from Kizor again. Very, very difficult to pick out not just one of Kizor's shots, but obviously two had to make it in. But I think not only is this a wonderful vista, again, we kind of make it too easy, don't we, on the team. The actual just that little indifference here of the bright blue of the engines and seemingly like almost like a purple ship is just such... It's kind of a contrast, but also very fitting. You're kind of drawn to it, but then you see everything else. And obviously the main star in the middle is what you focus on, and then you look at all the other details around. So yeah, that was third place choice. And by the way, we're way over time, but we always are. But that was third place. In second place is this shot from Coco over on Steam. He produced this wonderful, wonderful shot with his ship. Just to me, it just kind of shows Star Wars. It just screams Star Wars for me, where you'd have a shot of a TIE fighter zooming away from the camera, and I think this just is some kind of embodiment of that. And really, really impressive. I mean, you've got the star dominating in the background, and then you've got the broken station as well, but then you've got this investigative player going in their ship, and it just marries it all very, very well together. And that got second place, and they were very tight. These top three were very, very closely fought over. And absolutely frog. The trails on that ship, very, very nice. We did see a question there. Animated Viking over on Twitch. You haven't seen Eric lately. No, he actually left last October. He's gone to Pastures New. But yeah, he's no longer with the studio. But the winner, this was a cracking shot. Very, very well done. And this just sneaked the win. Just sneaked the win. And it's this one from Blutzberg over on Steam. There we go. That is a superb shot. That is so difficult to align. I'm not entirely sure for definite how they did it, but because to be fair, I've not even done this part of the game yet, so I've got a lot to look forward to. But absolutely super. And it was mentioned by one of the team that it was like a prog rock album cover. So absolutely superb. So if you think of Dark Side of the Moon by yeah, Pink Floyd. I was thinking Led Zeppelin there. Pink Floyd. Very, very similar because of the coloration and the pyramid and the prism and everything. That's what everybody was thinking of. But yeah, I'm just going to zoom in so that it's just superb. And that, like I say, that only just won because these screenshots are amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think testament to you guys for coming up with the ideas, because sometimes it's difficult just to stand out and be that little bit unique, just that little bit unique. But fair play, you do it, you knock it out of the park. Week in, week out, and we're so thankful that you do, because you're enjoying the game, you're producing stuff, and you're thinking, oh, I know where I could go, what I could do, you know, what kind of ship I could do, what trails it could have, what coloration, and then you go make it happen, because it doesn't always just happen accidentally. It's great when it does, but sometimes you really have to plan it. But that is this week's winner from Blutzberg from Steam. I'll be dropping him a little note onto his actual screenshot on there just to say well done. But that is our RFG top pick for this week. Right, just to wrap up, because we are over time as always, just a reminder, I know there's always going to be questions around it, future projects, etc. Just to reiterate, we're not going to be talking about anything for quite a while, because we're not in the position to, but as soon as we are able to, then we will. Do keep throwing in the reports of any issues that you do come across with regards to EVERSPACE 2. I'm still collating them and still monitoring them and still passing them on to the team. And if we do come across anything dramatically bad, then we'll obviously assess it as necessary. But please do keep letting me know. Now, if you haven't already done so, we did release some super light chill beats. And I'm just going to put it into the chat. If you've not seen it, it's a nice new video that we've got. Do go check it out. It's an hour looping of some of the track created by Lucas and Garry. If you just want to have it on in the background, just during your work day, maybe you're out and about somewhere, just wanting to hear something just to chill to, stick that on. Very, very nice. A lot of the team do chill out to the music as well because it's great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. So do have a look. 4K Rift builds. We've got a load already lined up. I'm going to be showing them periodically. I do want some more. I want to see a variety of them, whatever it is. Could be a Stinger, can be a Scout, can be another bomber build. I know we've got a few of them gunship builds. I saw one that did say that even Garry could complete a 4K Rift in it. I mean, I can maybe. We'll have to see. But I do want more. So please do join us on our Discord, discord.gg/rockfishgames. Hit us up on there and show us your builds. Summer sales have started. If you've not already seen, Steam Summer Sale is on with a huge discount of 70% on the base game. A lot of other discounts as well across all the DLCs. So if you've not grabbed things already, dive in because there's some discounts aplenty. Also on PlayStation, there's 20% off the Galactic Edition, which is the base game Titans and Wrath and the supporter pack. That's a doozy of a deal. GOG has got some as well for EVERSPACE 2 on the Titans, art books, soundtrack, and also EVERSPACE 1. Absolutely, that is a doozy. We will be, hopefully at some point, going back to our first game, just as a little retro look at how that has changed. When you look at EVERSPACE 1 to EVERSPACE 2, and can I remember how to play it, because I've not played it in a long while. So that'll be a nice little thing for the streams in the future. And then GOG, obviously we've got the sale on there. But I'm going to be back in probably a couple of weeks' time. Remember, we may be switching up our stream cadence. Okay, just because of what we can show, what we can't show, and we don't want to do these streams just for the sake of them. We've got to have some value there. We've got to have some content as well, because as much as you all want to see me die, it doesn't always make the best content. And before you all say, yes, it does. Yeah. So we may have something changing in the future, but we'll see. We'll discuss about that going forward. But I need to get out of here because it's 9:10 here. Here in the UK, it does. See, everybody wants to just see me die. Strange bunch. But we completed a 4K Rift with a build. Completely failed the first one. Wizard Jerry is a wizard for a reason. But I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you on the Discord, on the forums, wherever you are. I hope you have a great weekend. Do play games. Enjoy the sunshine if you've got it. Be good, be awesome, and we'll see you next time. Let's play out with the trailer again, shall we? Take care, folks. Be good. See you soon. Bye for now.
You have been granted passage among our stars.
This is a sacred service. Join our fleet's torchbearers.
It is the human who defiles our pilgrimage.
No one has ever ventured this far.
If the ancients turned their eye back to us, well, what could a beetle do against a hurricane?
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Are you about to do something unwise?
Absolutely.
What have you done to me?